welcome to the Excited Bull Movie Talk. I can get my words. I'm Kim, and I'm coming to you from Norman, Oklahoma, where I live with my fiance Jason, our 3 dogs, and a bunch of family. Thank you for joining me for this episode, and if you like this episode, like and subscribe down below. I also do TV talks, book talks, random talks, and crafty talks. So talking! This episode of Movie Talk is about Avengers Infinity War. I will get my words right. I really like this movie, you guys. I'm going to give it a 5-star rating for the Excited Bull, which means I'm definitely buying it when it comes out on video, and I will definitely be watching it again. That's all you get if you haven't seen it. Spoiler time! I loved this. Okay. I loved the different pairings they did of the... So we've had our standard Avengers crew, we've had our standard Guardians crew, we've had our... And then we've had our, like, side characters who haven't been in a group a lot. And I loved the different pairings they did with, like, Thor and Rocket and Groot as this kind of naive, goofy, innocent, like, I loved that group. And then you had, to counterbalance, of course, you had Tony Stark, Doctor Strange, and Peter Quill in a group. Like, how much ego can you cram into one grouping of people? It was awesome. On a less awesome note, Gamora. Everything with Gamora in this episode, the story of her being taken from her family by Thanos, what Thanos did to her, which we've already heard that story, but still, oh. And then Thanos for the Soul Stone. I don't even feel like it. I don't know. Oh God, it's so hard. Thanos killing her in order to get the Soul Stone. Heart out on the floor. Damn. I loved the imagery when guns and or knives turned to bubbles. Thought it was a really clever way of doing it instead of just having them wisp out or whatever. Turning into bubbles was kind of whimsical and really great fun. Do you really think everyone's gone? I mean, everybody who dies at the end? I know they're going to have to kill one of the big 3. Thor, Stark, Rogers. They're good. They have to. They've kind of alluded to it before. They've alluded to the fact that they're not going to be continuing with that, like, big 3 storylines. They have to, right? They have to. Ugh. I don't know. We've been having this argument amongst our group of friends who went. I don't want to get my hopes up, so I am in the camp of just trying to make myself believe that everybody who died at the end is dead. They are all convinced that everybody will come back through some sort of time stone, travel, or something. I can't get my hopes that high up, you guys. I can't, because if it doesn't happen, I will be just so sad. I've seen people who've already gone and see this movie like 2 or 3 times. We're trying to cut down our movie goingness, because we go to the movies a lot. But I want to go see this again. I don't want to wait for it to come out on video to see it again. I did think the humanization's the wrong word, but making Thanos more of an empathetic character, like he, you know, they always say every villain is a hero in their own story. To their mind, they're doing the right thing. The good thing. For the good of people. Even if maybe not everyone, but they're in some way good in their own mind. And this was never more apparent than in the Thanos storyline in Infinity War. Because you could kind of tell Thanos, as a character, honestly believes that he is doing the right thing, that he is helping all of the universe by killing half of it. Because we're overpopulated, we're weak. If we kill half of everybody, all the problems solved. He honestly feels like that is the correct course of action and that nobody else is strong enough to do it. And so he has to do it. Yeah. I think an empathetic villain sometimes is more terrifying than a two-dimensional villain. Because that idea is kind of terrifying. Especially if you think about somebody might actually think that's a good idea. Anyway, it's a really good movie. If you haven't gotten out and seen it yet, go see it in theaters. It's fantastic. It's well worth the theater money, I promise. If you're a girl, I have heard a lot of girls swooning over Captain America's beard. Not always the biggest beard guy. Does not look bad on Chris Evans. It's a pretty good beard. There's some great jokes, but it's not too heavy in the jokes. If like Thor Ragnarok was a little joke heavy for you, this is definitely a little lighter on it and a little more serious, got a little more heart to it. So, that's all I got to say about that. Until next time, make some time to watch something fun. Bye, y'all.